Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, took on a role that would challenge him in a way few roles ever had before. Not many people know that Elvis was set to star in Jailhouse Rock, a film that was anything but ordinary for him. Directed by Richard Thorpe, known more for family-friendly films like The Student Prince with Mario Lanza, Jailhouse Rock was a bold choice for Elvis. The script, penned by Guy Trosper, who had previously won an Oscar for The Pride of the Yankees, offered Elvis a chance to break away from his usual image. It painted him as a vulnerable, damaged character, full of pent-up anger, a far cry from the charming, carefree roles he was known for. Elvis was not just playing a part, he was stepping into a role that demanded depth and nuance. He refused to just parody the tough guy image he had built up over the years. This was a serious role that required him to dig deep, to show a side of himself rarely seen on screen. For Elvis, it was not just about the music, but about the character's emotional journey, and he was determined to get it right. However, the recording of the songs for Jailhouse Rock did not start smoothly. As was his habit, Elvis began by warming up with gospel songs with the Jordanaires, his trusted backing group. But things took a turn when an MGM representative, not understanding Elvis's process, urged him to start recording the film's songs immediately. Frustrated, Elvis walked out of the studio, refusing to continue until the misunderstanding was cleared up. After an apology from MGM, Elvis returned, this time determined to nail every note. The recording sessions were intense. Elvis and the team worked tirelessly, producing an astonishing 164 takes for just 6 songs. This includes numerous false starts and revisions. For instance, Treat Me Nice started too fast and was slowed down. Elvis even joked about getting Pat Boone to join in on the song, a humorous moment amidst the pressure. The dedication to getting the songs right was evident in the meticulous work that went into each take. The songs themselves were crafted by Jerry Leiber and Mike Stoller, who were tasked with creating something new and exciting for Elvis. They came up with hits like I Want to Be Free, Treat Me Nice, and Baby I Don't Care, along with Young and Beautiful and Don't Leave Me Now. These songs were not just for the film, they would become part of Elvis's enduring legacy. The process was grueling but ultimately rewarding, resulting in recordings that showcased Elvis's growth as an artist. The film Jailhouse Rock was more than just a vehicle for Elvis's music, it was a serious exploration of his character. The shooting was not without its challenges. Elvis faced a health scare when he swallowed a tooth cap, a minor incident that added to the film's behind-the-scenes drama. Despite this, the film progressed, with Elvis undergoing a dramatic haircut on set, though he wore a wig for key scenes. The film's plot followed Deke Rivers, played by Elvis, as he rose from a humble truck driver to a rock star, all while dealing with manipulation and controversy. The storyline was a departure from Elvis's usual fare, offering a more complex character arc. The film also featured memorable moments, like Deke revealing his true identity to his girlfriend, Glenda, played by Elizabeth Scott, in a poignant scene at a graveyard. Elvis's personal life was as eventful as the film's production. He met aspiring actress Anita Wood during the film's promotional events, and their relationship quickly became the talk of the town. Despite his busy schedule, Elvis managed to keep the romance under wraps, though it didn't stop the media from speculating. Anita's presence in his life added a new dimension to Elvis's public image, one that blended his private and professional worlds. As Jailhouse Rock and Loving You, another film where Elvis starred, hit the theaters, Elvis's star continued to shine brighter. His music, especially the singles from Loving You, Teddy Bear, and Loving You, dominated the charts. These songs were not just hits, they were cultural moments that solidified Elvis's status as a music icon. Yet with Elvis's rising fame came new challenges. Other stars, like Ricky Nelson, were also making waves in the entertainment world. Ricky, from the popular sitcom The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, released his own hit singles around the same time, competing with Elvis for the top spot. Despite their differences, both Elvis and Ricky represented a new generation of talent, each carving out their own path in a rapidly changing music landscape. The success of Jailhouse Rock and Loving You marked a pivotal moment in Elvis's career. It showed that he could bring depth and authenticity to his roles, and that his music could transcend the boundaries of genre and audience. As Elvis continued to captivate fans both on and off the screen, one thing was clear: the king of rock and roll was here to stay, ready to take on whatever came next. Elvis Presley, a name synonymous with rock and roll, had a unique relationship with music and the artists around him. While many thought he bought Ricky Nelson records, it was actually James Burton's guitar that caught Elvis's eye. Burton's playing had a huge impact on young guitarists, including Elvis. When Elvis heard James Kirkland and Burton working with Bob Luman, he sent a telegram to their house, inviting them to meet his family and perform on his TV show. Elvis liked the smooth sound of Kirkland's voice and the way they let him express himself through music. This attitude towards collaboration was evident in how Elvis approached recording sessions. He didn't like to copy other artists, even when they wrote songs for him. Charlie Gracie, known for his hit Fabulous, shared an interesting story. Bernie Lowe, the producer, asked Charlie to sing like Elvis or Rock Hudson. Though Charlie didn't like copying others, he understood the pressure and delivered what was asked, showcasing his talent under challenging conditions. Elvis's influence extended beyond his own music. During a tour in August 1957, he gave one of his longest shows at the Memorial Stadium in Spokane, performing 18 songs. This performance marked a significant moment in what would later be known as arena rock. Elvis thrived on the energy of screaming crowds, believing they masked his mistakes. This contrasts with the Beatles, particularly George Harrison, who preferred more controlled environments. Red Robinson, a Canadian disc jockey, had the unique experience of meeting many rock legends, including Elvis, Buddy Holly, and the Beatles. He was often at the center of the rock and roll world, hosting shows and interviews. One memorable story involves Red hosting Elvis for Elvis's first appearance on the Cross Canada Hit Parade. Elvis was down to earth, chatting with Red as if they were old friends before the show. He even playfully handcuffed Red to the shower rail in his dressing room, showing a lighter side away from the spotlight. Elvis's performances were legendary. In Vancouver, he played to an astounding 26,000 people, utilizing the basic public address system typically used for football matches. His energy and the crowd's excitement created an unforgettable experience. However, this energy sometimes led to chaos. At the Multnomah Stadium in Portland, Elvis was asked to leave the stage due to unruly fans, but order was quickly restored, and he continued his performance. During this chaotic period, Elvis found solace in recording a Christmas album. Surrounded by a Christmas tree and gifts, he created timeless classics like Blue Christmas and Santa Claus is Back in Town. This album showcased Elvis's versatility, blending traditional carols with a rock and roll twist. He even composed Santa Claus is Back in Town quickly, capturing the spirit of the season with its humorous take on Santa's mode of transport. Behind the scenes, however, tensions were rising. Scotty and Bill, two vital members of Elvis's musical team, grew disillusioned with how they were being treated. Their departure was a significant blow, but Hank Garland stepped in to fill the gap, showcasing the resilience of Elvis's band. Despite these challenges, Elvis's popularity soared. The release of Jailhouse Rock in September 1957 was a monumental moment. The single dominated the charts for 7 weeks, a testament to Elvis's enduring charm and musical innovation. This success was followed by the Jailhouse Rock EP, which, despite not being officially charted, sold over 1 million copies, cementing its place in rock history. Elvis's impact on music and culture was profound, and his ability to connect with audiences through his music and performances left an indelible mark on the world of rock and roll. His story continues to inspire musicians and fans alike, reminding us of the power of music to unite and transcend boundaries. Jailhouse Rock, a film about a young musician named Vince Everett, tells a story familiar to many, that of a talented singer caught in a web of exploitation. This movie, much like Elvis Presley's real beginnings, shows how a person with talent can face tough times before finding success. In the film, Vince, played by Elvis, is a man wrongfully jailed after a fight. In prison, he learns to play guitar and dreams of becoming a star. This part of the story mirrors Elvis's own journey from a troubled past to stardom. However, unlike Elvis's real life, the movie takes a darker turn, showing Vince becoming bitter and nearly losing his voice, only to find happiness in the end. The film features the iconic song Jailhouse Rock, which is a fun and energetic track. This song, much like Elvis's real hits, showcases his ability to blend rock and roll with a touch of humor and swagger. The song's creation in the film, where Elvis's character initially sings it plainly before roughening it up, reflects how artists often refine their work. Despite its entertaining moments, Jailhouse Rock received mixed reviews when it first came out. Some critics found it dull and thought Elvis couldn't show true emotion. However, fans and music lovers have come to cherish this film as a piece of Elvis's legacy. It captures him at an exciting time in his career, displaying both his musical talent and acting skills. Elvis himself had mixed feelings about the movie. In later years, he said he was embarrassed by it, feeling it didn't do justice to the rock and roll classic that fans loved. Yet fans adore it for the raw energy and glimpse into Elvis's early days. The film also offers a peek into the music industry of the time. It shows how record companies could be untrustworthy, taking credit for songs and not treating artists fairly. This theme is familiar even today, where artists often face similar challenges. Beyond the film, Elvis's live performances, especially in Hawaii, were electrifying. Fans and critics alike noted his powerful voice and ability to connect with audiences. Even when there were stunts involving a fake Elvis, the real star's presence was undeniable. Elvis's Christmas album, released around the same time, showed another side of him, a more thoughtful and caring person who loved giving and celebrating the holiday spirit. However, this album also faced challenges, particularly from Bing Crosby, who didn't want Elvis's version of White Christmas to overshadow his own. In the end, Jailhouse Rock, both the film and the song, remains a significant part of music history. It captures a moment in time when rock and roll was breaking boundaries and changing the way people listen to music. Though the movie has its flaws, its impact on culture and music is undeniable. Elvis's performance and the song's energy continue to inspire and entertain, proving that sometimes, from humble and rough beginnings, great things can emerge.